Good morning, everyone. So it's March 19th, and I was going to do a video tomorrow for springtime, but anyway, I was do it today because I'm patching on the greenhouse a little bit. And this hole, I think Diddy ripped it the first year that the plastic was on, but it was so low and all that I've never done anything about it, and it hasn't affected the greenhouse that I can tell in any way. Have another little hole. She was trying to catch a bird, and I don't remember how I did that. It's not all the way through. The bougainvillea on the inside there, whenever I move the bougainvillea in, they have thorns, and I poked holes in it there. But this morning I noticed we've having a little bit of wind. It ain't much. It's gusting. They said gusting up to 24, so anyway. But it had ripped here, and I'm just putting a little bit of tape on it, which I think it probably ripped because if you look, there's been a cat on top of my greenhouse, and you can see it poked holes in it. And so I am not real fond of that, and if I see it, we may end the cat, find out if it's got 9 lives or not. But anyway, so I'm putting it back, and I just need it to stay on to where it covers my heaters until I get ready in the fall to put the new plastic on. It is a 4-year plastic that I use, and I had noticed here that I'm having a few of my gingers are starting to show signs. My Egyptian walking onions, I had thought about repotting them, and then I started noticing this is where they're putting the little bulbs on the top, and there's quite a few of them that are coming along doing well. So I crawled out here and took about an hour and a half to pull all the weeds out of it the other day. And I have 30 of the little K trees here that I'm trying to get repotted. I did 33 yesterday, but this is why, because this is a leaf that, or leaves on that little plant, because it was back in the back and was missing the watering good. So I had kept hoping that my orders would pick up and I'd move some more of them, but it ain't happening. So I'm going ahead and putting them in 6-inch pots, and I ain't going to be shipping no 6-inch pots, people. But I do still have plenty in the 4-inch pots here for the time being, but as they get too big to go in the box, I'll pot them up and somebody can come get them, or I'll just keep taking cuttings off of them. And these are the 30 here. I was going over in my neighbor's garden where I planted the turmeric in the ground. He told me I could plant anything I wanted, so I got some pumpkins and some different acorn squash and butternut squash and some cucumbers. And anyway, I think it ended up being like $5 or $6 that I spent on seed. And if I can get a few cucumbers and a pumpkin or two or something like that, it's well worth it. I don't plan on putting any fertilizer on it or anything else. It'll just make whatever it makes. And anyway, this is some more of the ones I potted up, and these are the ones that were in the biodegradable pots, and we're supposed to be back down to 40 tonight, so I haven't been in any rush to get them planted out in the yard. It just, I don't know what in the hell that cat thought it was doing getting up there on my greenhouse, but don't like that. I wondered why it had got ripped so much, because I hadn't noticed that strong a wind. And some cat. Anyway, we have a bunch of feral cats in the neighborhood, and had a neighbor that he was collecting cats for a while, had about 20 head of them, and now he's doing dogs, and I just don't know what it is. And anyway, it makes a mess, and haven't seen any quail or birds that nest on the dirt in years now. The hibiscus that I had potted up are really coming out good. These are the red and the pinks that I had shared seed with, and some of the tea hibiscus. Then the bigger ones here are some that I had took cuttings of last fall. And somebody had asked the other day about moringa, and that's my 10 pots of moringa back there full of weeds. But this is the moringa all the way into the top, and I've said I was going to try to do some cuttings. You can grow moringa so much faster from seed than you can root it. But I ain't planning on watering any seed, and I got a bunch of old grow blocks, what I started the seeds in. So I'll use them like I did the seeds for the trying some of the moringa. And that's what's going on for me today. We're supposed to be around 65 for a high, and down to 40, and I'm not turning any heat on. The cratums don't seem to mind it too much, and bad thing about that leaf or rip is I won't have as good a humidity as what I have had in the past. But anyway, blessings all. Have a glorious spring day tomorrow.